Believe it or not, it's been about 5 years since CD Projekt announced Cyberpunk 2077. We still don't really know anything about it, but last week the game's official Twitter account made its first tweet in about 4 years. And now an article published by a Polish gaming website has revealed when we might actually see some details on this game.
Cyberpunk 2077 is easily one of the most anticipated games right now, and we still really don't know anything about it. It was announced way back in 2012, followed by a slick teaser trailer in 2013, and that's pretty much all we've got. We do know it's based on the pen and paper RPG Cyberpunk 2020, which was created by Mike Pondsmith, first published in 1990. Gameplay wise, we know it's going to be an open world RPG and will include some kind of multiplayer component, but really that's about it. In terms of scale, we know it's going to be quite big, and CD Projekt Red have devoted more staff to the development of Cyberpunk than they did for The Witcher 3. But people are starving for information about the game, and if these rumours are true, they might be just about to get their fix. Gry Online, which is said to be the largest video game website in Poland, has recently published an article with some details.
According to the site, CD Projekt Red will present Cyberpunk at this year's E3 with a behind closed doors playable demo exclusively for games journalists and members of the industry. According to their sources, there will be a trailer for the game shown during one of the press conferences which take place before the expo itself. The site also points out that presenting a demo at E3 would not be out of the ordinary for CD Projekt, who had shown off footage for The Witcher 3 at Microsoft's E3 conference back in 2014. If the information reported by Gry Online is true, then this means it will be the first demonstration of Cyberpunk 2077 since that first teaser trailer was released in January of 2013.
It's also worth mentioning that just last week, YouTuber Legacy Killer HD reported some more leaks about potential Cyberpunk demo. An anonymous contact within Sony told him that CD Projekt had sent a test build of the game to the publisher, and there were plans to show a trailer at Sony's E3 2018 conference. Legacy Killer also posted footage of a Google Maps walkthrough of the CD Projekt offices in Warsaw, which reveal bits of concept art, a motion capture studio, developer stations, and a wall of weaponry, which we can assume will be featured in the game. So if all these rumours, leaks and reports turn out to be true, then we might be seeing Cyberpunk at E3 2018.
You'd really hope this is true, because there's been total silence for so long now and people want to know what's going on, and when studios are quiet on games for a long time, then that's when you get, not only you get like this kind of quiet bubbling of anticipation and it's kind of unhealthy where people kind of speculating how it's going to turn out. You also get this kind of skepticism of people like, oh, maybe they're in trouble. And, there's been these reports surfacing from CD Projekt, the developer, recently about, working conditions and whatnot. It's probably no surprise that leaks are coming out now, because if staff are disgruntled, then they're probably kind of willing to just share some insider info. I really hope it shows up at E3. I want to see some gameplay, and I want to read some impressions from the journalists. If that is as good as we're going to get, fine, awesome. I just want to know some info about the game and what it actually is, because we don't really know what it's going to be yet.
It's got to be a matter of time, right? And CD Projekt are really keeping the cards close to the chest with information about this game. Max said people start speculating, is this game in trouble, isn't it? They have to come out and say, calm down everybody, it's all fine, it's all good. So yeah, finally getting some information, or we're rumoured to maybe finally be getting some information. It's like we're feeding on scraps here, guys. I mean, give us something concrete. Everybody obviously highly anticipating this game. They're just waiting for some solid info. How is the game going to even look like? We don't know that, because the trailer that they released is like cinematics. We don't know what the gameplay is going to look like. We don't know if it's going to be isometric, if it's going to be third person, first person. You can assume that it's going to be like The Witcher 3, but is that true? Can we assume anything about this game? We just don't know anything.
They are kind of in a tough spot in a way. It's kind of a lot of pressure on them, because you make The Witcher 3 and that's held up there as one of the games of the generation, one of the best games we've had in years by a lot of people. It's got a huge audience and a lot of respect and a lot of admiration for that game. They've got to meet that and exceed it, if you ask me. They've got to do better than The Witcher 3, because that's what people kind of hope for, and it's like a subconscious thing that happens when you make a great game, then people can't wait for the next one, which is just going to be so much better. It's like this subconscious thing that happens, so they've got to kind of fulfill that, and I can totally respect them being careful with the reveal here and taking their time with it. They want to get the reveals right, and if you remember with The Witcher 3, there was kind of this graphical downgrade thing with that game when it came out, because the gameplay and the general art style of the teasers and the trailers and the gameplay footage was very different to the game when it came out, which is a lot brighter. The game looks incredible, but there's still this conversation at the time. Maybe that's in their minds as well. They want to be careful of giving an accurate representation of the game when it comes out. But again, this is speculation, because it's all I've got. It's all I've got to work with. Just show us some stuff.
Apparently this website have had two info, it's like two separate sources,
Yeah.
right? And Legacy Killer HD had one source, or you could call them Snitcher, right? So that's the Snitcher 3. Get it? It's confirmed.
That's very
Snitcher
good work.
3.
Good work. I just wonder how long that's been formulating.
It doesn't take me long.
Together.
It doesn't take me long. Like, just pull them out.
As soon as you hit
anyway.
record, right? It's like, oh, I got it. Nailed it.
It was your very last word. It was like, right, Snitcher, of course, yeah. On that note.
So there you go. Possible leaks about the potential of maybe some new information about Cyberpunk 2077. How exciting is that? Let us know what you think of this down below. Remember to like the video if you enjoyed it. Please do subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this every single day. There's another video right there which you can watch right now if you want, and a link to Patreon if you want to support the channel. See you next time.